All right. I might have to rush through this one because my battery is a line sack of shit. Uh, Welcome to the Whomst podcast. This is January 5th. It is almost is 5:50 a.m. I'm in my car. I actually took the recorder out this time. Hopefully, hopefully that doesn't mess me over because the battery is at 2 already. But yeah, I just got off work. I don't know how lazy people do it, man. I really don't. I really don't know how they do it because this new position. I've complained about it already. It's a good complaint. It's a position where I don't have to do much, like almost anything really, and where I'm just kind of I'm standing around for about 80% of the time, and I gotta. It sounds weird to complain about, but I have to get used to that. I have to get used to just doing nothing, and especially in Amazon, and I'm so used to like having just like constantly moving around, so just standing around is a little jarring. It's a little as the dramatic people on Twitter who try to like bait you to watch their video is a little terrifying, you know, because cause they still on that whole like TOT and like, oh, don't just stand around and be work, but like there is no work, and the manager knows that, and so basically his rule is it's okay that y'all not doing anything as long as you're not on your phone and as long as you're in the spot doing nothing. It's like you can talk to other coworkers and all that stuff. You just don't be away from that spot. It's a weird dynamic. But I don't know how lazy people do it. They just hiding for like 8-10 hours and not go crazy. That's why they hate the job, because you're not doing anything. I don't know. It's weird. I was actually what makes it fun is the fact that I got the little speaker, and I listened to half of that Katt Williams interview with Shannon, on his podcast, and because everybody talking about it. All right, Katt Williams took. It's funny because Katt Williams took Dave Chappelle's spotlight a little bit, because I see less people talking about because Dave Chappelle's special came out, and I'm hearing more about Katt Williams' hour and a half. It's longer than that. It's a couple parts, but I haven't listened to all of them. Interview about where he basically in the beginning he's just like exposing a lot of like old comedians that like the original quote unquote kings of comedy or whatever. He just like exposing them back and forth and stuff like that with this information. And one thing that kind of like I'm going into more detail on a couple of blurs with Judah, because she's the one who was listening to it, and I was going to avoid it, but everybody keeps talking about it, and I was curious. But I will say this: with him saying all this stuff like Kevin Hart is a plant, other petty stuff like Steve Harvey's hair was fake, and um, one thing we will be talking about on a couple of blurs is this thing where he says, let me make sure it was recording, my fault, that they were clicked up. You like Steve Harvey's Cedric the Entertainer, all of them, stuff like that. They clicked up, and me and Judah talked about this before, and we're going to talk about it again on the show. So I'm just gonna keep it vague, but we talked about this before, and it's real, and that's what the business of stand up kind of it's not fun because of stuff like that. And we talked about it already, where we moved here to Fort Worth, and the, you know what, it can kind of be like a lot of new cities. If you got comedians who run open mics or whatever, so they clicked up, so they don't really get new people on, which they only let their friends on because they think they doing a favor for each other, but in reality they fucking up the mic and fucking everybody over. But whatever. But so Kat in a way was talking about how they was kind of clicked up and kind of like was all about themselves, so they not as funny as people think. It's more this like weird confidence that like they basically they sold them. They sold us. You know what? They not as funny as is portrayed. If I was trying to like figure out a word, how to say it, but which is true because I honestly, besides like some movies, I never really thought Steve Harvey's a funny guy, but I can't quote any of his specials. Like he's king of comedy, but it's more. I feel like I ran into a quote unquote king of comedy. Like back when I first started doing comedy, I feel like it's just more like if you just say it loud enough, fucking smooth brain people will just kind of just eat it up, and it's like, oh, just like kind of like accept your confidence, that's. But whatever, I'm not gonna get too much into it. Just listen to a couple of bars with me, so get more into it with me and Judah talking about it. Hold on, let me see. I am going through this one thing. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this in or not because I'm still trying to figure it out. It's a little embarrassing, but I like to keep it transparent with y'all. And I've been going through some stuff these last few years. It's not dramatic. It's not like, oh, I'm sad. Well, I mean, it's part of the reason why I feel the feelings that I feel. But I'm going through this road of desexualization. I've been going down a rabbit hole. Like last episode, I was going down a rabbit hole for pocket notebooks. I'm kind of doing them both at the same time, and that's kind of the reason why I've been journaling is because I'm trying to figure out really how I feel. Because these last, what I've noticed while journaling is that for at least those like first few months, it felt like I kept repeating myself. I feel like I only had like three thoughts, and I kept going back and forth with the same thing. And I've been trying to figure out why, right? And I know one reason is because I haven't really been doing comedy, so I haven't been able to get that section of my brain out, and I haven't really been doing the Whomst. I haven't really been doing the Whomst. I've been in the first 20 episodes of the 200s for like a year and a half. That's crazy. I haven't really been doing this show like I usually do. If I would have been doing it like I usually do, if I wasn't doing, not to blame a couple of blurs, but if I wasn't doing that, I know for sure I would have been at 300 by now. Not that that matters. Just at the end of the day, it's all about like quality or whatever. But yeah, I'm down this road of desexualization because I've been trying to like. The dumbest way that I can explain it is I'm tired of being horned at. I wrote it down just like that. I'm tired of being horned at. What the fuck does that mean, George? I'm tired at this point because okay, I've you do teenage stuff. You find out what sex is and titties and ass and all this shit really early. Since I was like 13 and in low key, I've been obsessed. I've been obsessed with it for a while, but back when I was younger, you had to go find it. Even in the age of the internet, even with our internet, you can just go look it up. But still, you still had to go find it. It wasn't literally everywhere you go on the internet, man. And so my obsession with it was kind of smooth and kind of like basic. It wasn't every time I pick up my phone, it's something. I'm not even looking for it anymore. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even looking for the shit anymore. Even going down this road of desexualization, it's still everywhere. I can clean up my social media. I can clean up my browser and all that good stuff, but it's all still there. Even when you clean up like cuz it's not Google that's like reading your stuff and selling you sex, but it's just like it's basic shit. And that's what this it's the basic stuff that's pushing me towards this route where I want to try to like restart my feelings and stuff like that and see if I can like I don't know. I don't really know the end goal of this. I just want to see if I have new thoughts and stuff like that if I go down this road because it's not so much the everything the sex sells stuff like that. It's just that it's dumb shit. It's dumb shit that's being sold to me that also has sex with it. Like this girl, I had to go find it because the ad that because she's a popular TikToker, and so she has like millions of followers, and of course, so she's gonna get ad product placements in her TikToks, and she's trying to sell these headphones. And she's showing off the headphones. She doesn't say anything about them. She was like, "Look at these headphones. They cute." She put them on, and then she swirls around, showing her ass. Because she's wearing this like jogger suit, gym outfit or whatever. And she's like, "Isn't it cute with my outfit?" And she swings around, showing her ass, and I know that it was about that, and it had nothing to do with the thing. Oh my god, I got one battery now. Get the fuck out of here. Because she turned the comments off. So everybody said something about her ass instead of the headphones. And that's what was annoying, not the comments, but what was the point of that? I mean, when I was trying to go find the TikToks to take the screenshots, and I may or may not put it in the description of this episode if you go to the website. It took me forever to go find her because I didn't save her. I don't follow her. I didn't like any of her stuff. And what made it hard was I didn't know what headphones she was selling. That's how bad the ad was. Cause I get sex sales, whatever. Get a beautiful woman to hold whatever product you get it, whatever, right? But this was so bad that all I remember was the ass. And it's not me just being like a fucking freak. It's like it's lazy. That's what it is. I think that's what pissed me off because I already don't like ads in general. And then you do this lazy shit, right? So it took me forever to go find it. But yeah, just going back to the whole, I'm getting tired of being horned at. It's like, what about Beats by Dre? It has to do with your ass. It's not like you selling the leggings or anything like that. If it was that, they're like, okay, I get it, because you have to wear the leggings. Okay, yeah, you give the false sense of like to other women like your ass can look just like this, right? But no, you put on some Beats headphones, and no, you don't go like jogging, or you don't say any of the specs or anything. You just got this brand, and then you swing and show your ass, and then you turn off the comments because you don't want to hear everybody talking about your ass. It's so annoying. It's so lazy. It gets on my goddamn nerves. And that was one of the few things. It was just unnecessary, and especially on TikTok, it's so bad on there. Even my TikTok's been really good, really clean for like the last 6 months. It's all memes now, all cats and all that stuff. And I'll admit, yeah, at one point it was like gym girls and all this shit. It was whatever. All right, I'm just exposing. I'm just telling y'all how it is. All right, but all my stuff has been clean, and you still get these really, cause especially TikTok Shop, because TikTok Shop is TikTok's way of getting like basically just free ads. They might give the TikTokers like a free product, or they make money off of commissions of a product, so they sell this stuff, and they sell this stuff in a way that they know goes viral on TikTok. So it's either something lazy like it's really lazy advertisement. It's like it can be like, you can't believe I bought this shirt for my girlfriend, and they'll never show the shirt, but they'll have a point, they have a arrow towards like a link at the bottom, and for some reason this TikTok will go viral because everybody clicking on the link to see what shirt is so crazy that this fake narrator is saying that you shouldn't buy or you should buy. It's weird. I fucking hate TikTok Shop ads, man. And it's either that way, or you get super sexualized. And you see a lot of mobile games like this too, where you get like a big titty girl playing like, oh, I love playing chop tree until you're immortal. It be the dumbest game. Has nothing. The game has nothing to do with this girl, but it's lazy. I think I'm just tired of it. Is my shit dead yet? Let me see if I can get through one more topic before. Oh, the billionaires thing. I don't know how exactly I'm gonna edit this, but billionaires before my thing die. Um, I heard about billionaires building bunkers now, like some underground bunkers. Conveniently at the same time, I don't know how true it is because you know how the internet is, man. But they building bunkers, and people are speculating that they trying to hide from something because it came at the exact same time as that Netflix movie, Leave the World Behind, talking about the beginning of the apocalypse, talking about wars and stuff like that, and it's causing mayhem and people knowing superpowers, not like superhero superpowers, but like superpowers, like as in money and in government and stuff like that, knowing secrets and only telling a select few so that they can hide, right? Which is cool. Okay, cool. We kind of aware that there are some, like, you have billionaires, but then you have like these super rich or super powerful entities just hiding. You never hear about them, but they hold the strings to all the puppets that control everything around the world. You know it's these type of people just hanging around, right? But my thing is, okay, now that it's kind of happening in real life, you see like Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook, he apparently making a bunker as well. And my thing is, right? Let's say there is some future thing happening that they know, but they don't want to tell us, right? You know, the people that built this country and keep this country running through tax dollars and all that bullshit, right? They don't want to tell us, but then only want to keep their families, or like maybe people are saying like they might bring like their handful of like quote unquote slaves and keep them with them. But then what? Let's say, okay, they hide in a bunker successfully. These like handful of billionaires. Let's say about maybe 300 people tops. I'm pretty sure that's even stretching it. Like these very wealthy or very powerful people go hide in bunkers, and the rest of the billions of people living around the world go die off. Right? Then what? Then what? Did they go? These billionaires, these people who use slaves with wages, they come back into a world where money doesn't even matter anymore. How the fuck they gonna come and like control anything anymore? They not gonna rebuild. If it's a real apocalypse, buildings are going down. It's gonna be, if it's anything like the Fallout series. If it's anything like that, or anything like any apocalypse movie that you've seen, if it's a sliver of that, what these billionaires gonna do? And I say these lazy ass billionaires because they, especially technology, like Mark, unless you know how to farm, but like that's about all you can do. But then what? You got all you use all your life, make all this money, and then you're gonna fuck over 99% of the people who made you rich to be in a situation that you can't handle, that you can't buy yourself out of. You can't just use your money to make yourself better. Yeah, you got this nice bunker, but for how long? For a few years, and then what? You have to rebuild. You're not gonna be able to. You wait too long. I know I'm using a lot of my knowledge from like video games and movies and stuff like that, but it's still true. It still has like true tendencies. You wait in your bunker for like 5, 10, 15 years or whatever. You die out. Your kids that you made in the bunker, they soft as hell. You die, and then they like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go out. Let's say people survived, right? people who lived in poverty, it's already the fucking apocalypse. As long as it's not like radiated rats and that's giant now or something like that, like people will survive. People who live through it will survive. But these billionaires who hide from it then come out and have to deal with people who've been living and starving, they're gonna get killed. Either the billionaires that left them out there to defend for themselves, or 10, 15, 20 years from now, their kids who are soft as hell go out there and get beheaded by some savage who've been eating rocks for the last decade. Like, come on now. Like, it never made sense. Like, I get the theory, and I kind of believe that these people are going to hide, but it's dumb. I don't think they really... Oh, my God. Boy, these lights be kind of like scaring me sometimes, man. Cause I know sometimes when you turn off your car, after a while the lights won't cut on because now the battery is disconnected completely. But sometimes they'll give you like 5 to 10 minutes. But when it didn't come on, I got scared and I thought about the battery going out, whatever. Anyway, billionaires, I don't think they real smart in their field, but I don't think, if these theories are true, I don't think these people, and they actually are greedily just hiding and not bringing or trying to build something that try to preserve as many people as possible, because it's very possible. I don't know the amount of billionaires there are, but it's very easy, if they stop dick swinging, to team up together and build something that'll help preserve all of us. Which kind of still goes back to like, but then that's not going to happen, because it goes back to this whole thing. I'm kind of talking out my ass, so I'm not trying to I'm not. I don't know what the hell I'm saying, but like right now, they can't team up now to fix the problem that we have as a group, like homelessness and world hunger. A lot of these billionaires can just foot the bill, especially if you got like hundreds of billions. Like, come on, man, you got like double digit billions. You and a team of other billionaires can drop like 1 billion and help out a bunch of people at the same time. Just like this war thing that I don't really understand with Hamas and Israel, if I'm saying that right. Could be saying it wrong, which again, like I said, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Easily can find the money to go help fund that and get health care for those people. Good idea or not, where was this money to help the people that's here? Which I can never understand. They always make excuses for us, why they can't help us out. But wouldn't helping us, lowering housing, healthcare, healthcare, just like lowering the prices of stuff in general and making sure people are able to afford things, wouldn't that help in the long run? Wouldn't that help with people being able to go buy groceries? Would you keep money in circulation, helping us get some money? I'm not even saying giving us money. I'm saying helping us find a way to make it. Wouldn't that help y'all greedy billionaires in the long run? I don't know. So the whole idea about them teaming up and like building some type of shelter or some type of protection, they try to get as many human beings as possible. And then you got the situation, because you won't be able to get all of us. Then you got that situation where who you gonna bring then? Who's gonna qualify? Then you got race. Then you got I don't know. It's a lot of stuff. So what's the point of even hiding? Huh? Is either you greedily go alone, and then you just gotta sit there and hope that there's aliens that'll save you, or you bring as many people as possible. Then you have the situations of race and class and who's more important to come not die in the apocalypse, like all this shit. But it's so complicated. What's the point? Let's just let it happen. Whatever happens, happens, right? or y'all can stop fucking fighting each other over oil. Like, Jesus Christ. And we had to worry about this because I'm pretty sure it's not Mother Nature that's making this happen. It's not. You never hear about, like, it's only like a few stories, a few movies where the apocalypse is caused from Mother Nature. Most of the times the apocalypse stories is caused by humans. It's never a giant fucking volcano or anything like that. Like, it's very rarely that. And even then we'll recover. It's like a volcano will take out a state. That's about it. But it maybe leaves some, like, fume. The fumes will mess up the air and the places surrounding it, and that's about it. But other than that, we recover, or we just never go back to that place. War is always us. Hey, give me some oil. Nah. All right, well, I'm finna blow your whole city up. How you feel about that? And then they blow our city up, and fine. What the hell am I talking about? Anyway, yeah. I didn't. I know. I know the whole talk about the whole desexualization thing. I kind of went off on a tangent a little bit, and I didn't really get my true thoughts down. My point is, um, I'm trying to clean up my thoughts, and with the journaling, I'm hoping I can try to figure something out about myself. Maybe it'll help me write better with the book and all this stuff, all this extra stuff. Plus, I am kind of just tired of it. You know, just sex in general just don't hit as well older now. Like it doesn't. Like back when I was a kid. It seemed like how the boys talked about it. It seemed like that was everything. Like you do everything, you make every move about it, right? And then just as the years go along, heartbreak, all this stuff, all the stress, you be like, it's not worth it no more. It's like all the time that you've been sad, the saddest you ever been, it's because of it and stuff like that. You just like, and then you be on social media now, and you just see people just talking out their ass, literally and figuratively. Just like, it seems like that's their whole personality. It's I forget the term, but that's everything. Everything you are a loser unless you making it or you can get in it. Um, it just got sad. It seemed like more right now. My point of journaling, yeah, I think that's one of the reasons, is to find what's important to me, like what actually makes me happy, because I don't know. Because I don't know. I've grown up, and I thought it was one thing. I thought it was money. I thought it was, family. I thought it was like all that kind of stuff. The traditional shit, the shit that you hear in like Christmas movies. Family and friends and all this stuff, and they're important. They're fine, but then you realize that it's not it's not everything. And I still haven't. 31 years old, I haven't really figured out what truly makes me happy. What's my point in life? What's my thing, right? And stand-up comedy was one of those things, and I still love it. But right now, just because of the business and all that stuff, it's not really it's not the thing. And now I'm writing the book again. Right now, that's the closest thing I got. And I kind of figured is maybe what I leave behind. And it's not, I ain't talking about like kids or anything like that. What I leave behind is more like what people remember me as. It's not fame or anything like that. I ain't asking for that. It's just more, or are people gonna I'm playing Red Dead Redemption, right? Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm not spoiling the story or anything like that, but one of the main plots is main character lived a hard life and became this character because of it, but because of certain situations happen, you kind of have a reflection, and he might not never say it out loud, but he wants to be remembered as something. He kind of comes to terms, it's like is then you think it's Jesus Christ, it's about life and death, not the game, but like going back to my thoughts, it's just like I ain't saying like I'm afraid of death, but death happens, and death is really random. You know, I'm in pretty good health, pretty good health most of my life, besides being fat and can't see. Uh, but that's manageable. But death doesn't care about that. It can happen at any time. It can be aneurysm. Uh, I accidentally cut a guy off earlier, right before I got home today, and we just happened to both be going to Winco, so I kind of thought he was following me. And I know how niggas are. Niggas are extra when they mad. Niggas don't think, especially here in Texas. I could have got killed. I could have got killed a few years ago from that fucking kid because I didn't buy him a cigarello. I bring that shit up a lot because that is ridiculous. I could have been gone right now because of a fucking dollar cigarette because I didn't want to buy a fucking 16, 17-year-old cigarello. Then the car accident. It's a lot of stuff that's been happening. I think about that. I'm like, I got lucky. And when another thing happens, I think, damn, I don't have anything here. I don't have anything here for real besides being a nice guy and probably being funny to some people. But that's about it. I don't have a special. I don't have a real book out yet. People don't care about how hard you work at your job. You die, you get replaced. Sorry to make the ending of this episode kind of like dark. But that's the reason of the desexualization thing. I want to find a new light in me. So sex and all that stuff is kind of a distraction. It's not that I hate it now. I hate to admit it, but I think about it a lot. And oh my god, is it fucking record? Okay, there we go. About to say, I swear to God, I do this fucking deep ass shit, and then it, then it stops on me. Come on. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out myself now. Yeah, that's really it, man. I still seem like I don't really know yet because I'm still figuring out myself, and I wasn't really sure if I wanted to talk about it because I'm not sure. It's other terms that I put myself in, but I'm not going to say it right now because I'm still trying to figure out if I'm either just attaching myself to this term because I think it is because it makes sense on some like horoscope, zodiac sign type stuff. Oh, it kind of makes sense. So yeah, that's my feelings. Or do I actually truly feel this way? So journaling and cleaning up my social media, because I know getting off social media is not gonna solve anything. All right, I have to figure out myself, fight my urges, and yeah. If y'all have any tips, tricks, please let me know. 725-999-2704. Leave a voicemail. I would love to hear from you. Not every voicemail has to go on the show. You can say it in the voicemail. You just want to leave a message for me. I appreciate that. You can text too. But I think that's it, man. Hopefully this came out good, and hopefully it fucking saves. Because I swear to God. But yeah, appreciate y'all for listening. Thank y'all. Sound like I'm about to die.